Today I'm going to show you how to set up a Laravel project inside Docker using
First of all,
fully custom
I
configuration.
assume that you have the basic knowledge of Laravel and Docker. So we are going to make a folder first where we will run the our project with Docker. Okay, let's open it. As we know, we need a Docker file where all the commands, Docker commands, will be should be written, and we know we need a Docker compose.yml file where we need to write all the configuration, container names, images, networks, and all this stuffs. And also we will add services there. And after this, we will be using Nginx. So I am adding a folder called Nginx, and inside this, I will add another file which should be default configuration. This file will contain all the configuration of Nginx, and also we will go back and we will make directory php, and we will go inside php, and there we will also add a configuration file for php. So it should be www.conf. Then we are going back and we need to add a nginx docker file. Okay, so touch nginx dot docker file. Okay, so this is the folder structure of our project. So now we will open this in a IDE. So I'm using VS Code. You can use anything like PHP Storm. Okay, let's open this. Okay, it's opened here. Okay, I have already configured my Docker file. You can see here. I will push this in my GitHub, so you can find this file in GitHub. I'm just copying this, and let's see what it means. You can see we are getting PHP image, and we are adding the www.conf file inside PHP to user local etc php fmd www.conf. So this directory, the file www.conf file in this directory will be replaced by this. So actually we are overriding the configuration of PHP which we are getting from this image. And also we are adding a user group here, and the user group name will be Laravel. We are making an application directory, and it's a work directory. It will be assigned as a work directory, and there's also some packages dependencies for running PHP, and also there is some PHP extensions, and these are Redis extensions in PHP, and we are installing the composer globally. We are assigning the user here, and we are switching the user from root to Laravel. Okay, so now I'm opening Nginx Docker file, getting the Nginx image from Docker Hub. We will be overriding this configuration file to this, and you can see here's our PHP configuration file. We need to copy this one. So user will be Laravel, group will be Laravel, and in the port 9000 it will be listen, and our PM will be dynamic, and max children. You will set this as the configuration, and we have Nginx configuration here. If you want to change the application URL, you can change it here. You can also add localhost here or Laravel test. If you add Laravel test, then you have to add the domain in your host etc host file. All configurations are done. Now we will copy the docker compose.yml file. Here is our docker compose.yml file. As we can see, there is a network which is Laravel. Network name is Laravel. So all service will should be belongs to this network. So first I'm assigning the network as Laravel, and the service will intercommunicate with the Laravel network. So this is my Nginx service, which build context is your own folder, and the Docker file will be Nginx Docker file. As we have configured this here. This file will be the Docker file in docker compose.yml, and the port it will be run on 8080 port, which is localhost directly, and 443 port, and the volume should will be var www html. And after building this application in Docker, we will get a source folder there. So the source folder will be copied on var www.html. So this is our working directory, as we know. So then we will add php, and the Docker file will be the Docker file here, and the network will be Laravel. And also we will have MySQL latest to pull, and the container will be Laravel MySQL, and the volumes there will be a MySQL folder after building the project, and it will be right on inside Docker in var lib MySQL folder. and I have added MySQL database username, password, and MySQL root password. And here is also, you can see I have added Laravel as network. So the user will be MySQL, and we can see this composer. It should be added composer install and ignore platform requests. And if you want to use speech admin, you can add this like this, and it will run on 8080 port. And MySQL username, you can see Laravel and password, and PMA host is equal to MySQL. As I assume that you can. So we have to run some commands with artisan like PHP artisan migrate. For using those commands, we need artisan. So it's also configured on the Docker file, and the container name is artisan. And you can see here's a npm node package manager, Laravel npm, and here's mailpits for sending emails, and here's Redis for caching. So we are set to go. So we just need to open a new terminal, and we have to run docker compose up dash d dash build. It will, this flag will rebuild the images. We can put this command again and run this. Yep, you can see MySQL is pulling, page management is pulling, mail pit composer, npm redis, all are pulling. After completing this one, I will start again. Hey guys, as you can see, the containers are built. Let me show you. Here is my container. If you expand this, you can see mailpit, npm, MySQL, Redis, PHP artisan, PHP myadmin, Laravel composer, and Nginx is running right now. And this all are related to commands. We have to run this in command prompt. So you can see we can we have some folders extra. One is MySQL is fold, and we can have Redis data here, which is empty right now. And also we have source folder. You have to install this inside this folder. Docker compose run test rm composer create project prefer test Laravel dash Laravel, and we are okay. Now Laravel is installing inside this folder. So guys, my Laravel project is installed. We need to configure something here. First we need to configure env file, as this is the new Laravel project. Laravel is providing a connection SQLite right now, not database. So we need to change this one to MySQL, and we need to uncomment this. And the host will also MySQL. Port is okay. Name Laravel. Database Laravel. Username is also Laravel. The user is Laravel, and the password will be password, which is configured on composite.yml file. You can see username is Laravel and password is password. Okay. Another thing, app maintenance store. It will be file. It is file. It should be uncommented, and driver will be no. This is okay. Everything is cool. So just we need to run some commands here. Let's see if our project is running or not. Localhost. Okay. The base table is not found, and the table Laravel session doesn't exist. We didn't migrate the Laravel app, so we need to migrate first. Okay. For this, we need to Laravel an artisan command docker compose run rm artisan migrate. Okay. So the migration command is run now. Okay. Let's see about the page. What about the page admin? Localhost. What is the port of page admin? 8080. Okay. And the username was MySQL, and password was password. The username is Laravel and password is password. You can see the database and the tables. Okay, guys, I have added all these codes in my GitHub repository, and I will provide the description in the description. So thanks for watching the video. Bye bye.